This is BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 1 o'clock. This is Mike Powell. King Charles and Prince William have made a surprise visit to Lambeth Bridge to meet people queuing to see the Queen lying in state at Westminster Hall. They shook hands and spoke to people on the South Bank. Officials say anyone joining the end of the queue now will take 14 hours to cover the 5 miles. The Bishop of Southwark, the Right Reverend Christopher Chesson, likened the mourners to pilgrims.
The beauty of pilgrimage is what happens along the way. You have companions along the way, and in that companionship, which is being demonstrated constantly in these days, things are discovered about yourself, about others. There is an encounter, and you feel, as somebody said, part of a community.
The King is due to have lunch at Buckingham Palace with the Governors-General of the realms of which he is now the head of state. Later this afternoon, he'll meet the Prime Ministers of the same countries, including Justin Trudeau of Canada and Jacinda Ardern of New Zealand. President Biden has warned Russia not to use chemical or tactical nuclear weapons in the war in Ukraine. Concern has grown in the West that Vladimir Putin might adopt a more radical strategy if Ukrainian forces continue to push back the Russian military. Mr. Biden was speaking in an interview with CBS News' 60 Minutes programme.
It will change the face of war unlike anything since World War II.
And the consequences of that would be what? What would the U.S. response be?
Do you think I would tell you if I knew exactly what it would be? Of course I'm not going to tell you. It'll be consequential. They'll become more of a pariah in the world than they ever have been, and depending on the extent of what they do, will determine what response would occur.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has released a group of 8 cheetahs into a national park 70 years after they were officially declared extinct in the country. They've been brought from Namibia. Critics say the cheetahs may struggle to adapt to their new environment. A scientist, Arjun Gopalaswamy, says the scheme is unlikely to succeed.
20 years from now, if tremendous action is taken and there's a lot of habitat available that is free from free-ranging dogs, and there is good grassland habitat, cheetah habitat, then you can ask this question. But for now, there's no reason to believe this will work.
Police say a 15-year-old boy who's been missing from South London for more than 3 weeks is known to have gone to Aberdeen. Deandra Thompson from Croydon is thought to have travelled by train. Officers say concerns are growing for his welfare. The weather, a largely dry and breezy afternoon with sunny spells. However, cloud will gradually develop with the chance of a few isolated showers, mainly to the east, and temperatures slightly below average. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 1.
BBC Radio 2.
Greetings, pop pickers. This is Paul Gambaccini. Welcome to a special edition of Pick of the Pops, 2 hours of outstanding number ones from the 70-year reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. You know Bryan Adams has to be here. Everything I do it for you.